knitters, my gang. I'm here again today with a new tutorial of this lovely beret. It's becoming colder and we are starting our season of lovely hats, and this is a second piece I've done with this same yarn already. Then it's a project which was tested basically. I will give you a little short, very short review for experienced knitters. I've made as well some little scheme which you can print and use, and then we will start some stitch-by-stitch tutorial for not so experienced knitters or for beginners probably, because this piece can be made by beginners as well. And here I want to show you these lovely techniques we will learn today. This little board which we will fix on our needles. It's this is a seamless piece. It's made on circular needles, but if you don't have circular needles, it's not a problem. You can do the same work going in on plain knitting and just have some seam, but I prefer do it in the round with a seamless. And for this project you will need 2 sizes of needles. For this board we will use a smaller size needles. I was using 3.25 millimeters needles, and for all work I was using 3.75, but I wanted to say you that it will be better if you do bigger difference, like 1 millimeter difference between needles, because this board it is a little bit stretchy. I would like it to be smaller. Then if you will use needles, two sizes need to be like at least 1 millimeter difference. Then we will cast on here. In my case it's 80 stitches. You need to do your swatch and see your gauge as well. You will take a measure of your head or head of the person or who you will knit for, and then you will see how many stitches you need to cast on. Accordingly, even measurements and your gauge. Gauge. I don't know. I don't know if I pronounce it right. Then the quantity of the stitches need to be a multiple of 8, because we will have this these 8 sections, which we will work repeated all the way. The same pattern, which will be on a little chart which I will put following. Then basically this is our section, and what we will do, we will go up making increases in every second row. In my case section start with 10 stitches, and then every second row I add 1 stitch till I come to 18 stitches in section, repeating 8 times. Then I do 6 rows in the plain knitting, and then I start decreasing every section. You see I have 8 of them. I decrease 1 stitch in every second row. That's it. Then we will need our circular needles. We will change for bigger cord, because I was using 40 centimeters, which is, I don't know how many inches, guys. The smaller one, and then I go for 80 centimeters, which is around I can't say you know. I didn't prepare this, but you can easily find it on Google. How many inches is 40 centimeters circular needle, and then I was using 80 because I was using magic loop to fit all these stitches, and then I finish with 4 stitches on my needle. I made like 6 rows of I cord and I close, and this is it. Beret is very easy to make, and if you understand, if you experienced knitter, you can grab your yarn and start working. If you need more details, then let's start doing this stitch by stitch. What we will need, I will use circular needles of 2 sizes. Mine are short ones with a short cable, which is 40 centimeters in a round. I have 2 sizes. Let me show you these needles I use: 325 millimeters and 375 millimeters, size 9 and 10. I don't know if it's American size or the English size, I don't know. This is the very cheap needles I've got from Amazon. It came with a pack of 11 pairs. Then I just love them because for my circular knitting I just use them. They are perfect to start jumpers, top down, and etc. Today we will use these needles, and I use the cone yarn, middle weight. I think this is 3 or 4 plies. I think 4 plies yarn. Just have a look. This camera is always looking. Look, this is. I have a huge cone, which you can see, and I will use this because I like this color. And okay, let's stop talking and start working. What I will do, I will cast on the smaller needles. I will cast 80 stitches, normal way, like we, yeah, enter, make a loop, enter and loop, and pull through. 2, 3, don't pull too much. I'm doing on one needle. If you're very tight knitter, you can cast on 2 needles. I'll see you when we cast 80 stitches. Here I'm back with my 80 stitches, and we will need 1 more for joining our work in a circle. We've got our needles. Just be sure that you didn't twist it anywhere. You see, all this part need to be inside. And now we need to close our work in a circle. We take our first stitch from left needle. Come on. And then we just pull this first over it. Here we are, and just pull everything together. Short one is in the front, and we're ready to go. Now we need to put a marker between here before our first stitch, and then we do 10 rows of stockinette stitch. As we walking in rows, it will be all the way knit stitches. Who doesn't know how to do knit stitches? We just go in a stitch, get the line, get the thread or yarn, and pull it in this. And this way we're doing all our stitches around for 10 rows. I'll see you there. Right, I on my way decided that 8 rows is enough because I don't want it too large, my little board. You just put it, and I just want it really small. If you want it bigger, you're welcome to do whatever you want with your own project, but I decided that I will do it this size. Now what we will do, we will join our edge with our stitches, the way to create this lovely board. Yeah, and I will show you how we do it. Very simple. We found that these loops here, right? We go down to the stitch and we see this loop will be our first loop. If you see here this edge, look, it's all these loops. You see them very easily. Then with your right needle, you see this little tail. We will orient on this, and you take your first loop after this tail and put it this way on the needle. Grab your yarn and just knit both together without tail. Knit both together, then turn, grab the next loop, put on your needle and knit both together. Next loop. They are very easy to see. You just will see this loop you use. This will be next loop. Put it on your needle and continue this way, and I will see you in the end of this row. Right, here we came in the end of our row. Now this is how looks our double board for beret. As I said, you can do it bigger, you can make it in a one-to-one rib stitch, whatever you wish. I just like this kind of little and strong double edge for my beret. And now we will change our needles. We get our bigger needles. Mine are half of number bigger than this. It's just a little thing for adjustment, because I like to start it a little bit more stable. You know, if you don't have two sizes of needles, you can do with one and just try to do this first part tighter. That's it. I just use two sizes of needles, and now we will start our increases as well. And what I do, I will put my marker back, and my stitch, I have 80 stitches. You can have other quantity of stitches. The most important thing that your stitches need to be multiple to 8. 8, our magic number. You know, I love the number 8. Then in my case, when I divide my stitches in 8, I have sections of 10 stitches. Then every 10 stitches we will do one increase, and I'll show you how I do it, the easier way for myself. I just do it always after the first stitch in every section. Then in this here on this row, we will have increases after every 10 stitches. Next time we will have our sections will grow, and next time our increases will be in every 11 stitches, then 12, and etc. And then it will grow in, and we will knit a little pancake, you know. Then on the first row we will do 10 stitches. This is my bigger needles. I do 1, and then I do yarn over and say end. 1, And guys, I'm on a process, and I just came for a second here to tell you that I changed some stuff here. I look on my increases, and I found that the yarn over which I was doing from me this way doesn't look very nice, and then I just change all these increases by yarn over to me. I put it this way from me, from behind to the front, and then next row, see, I just pull it like this and knit this way, and then all of them looking this way, like top yarn, top loop is looking to our first stitch. This is a small detail. If you're okay, you can do increases any way you like, because not all people do in this way, but I like to do my increases with the yarn overs. I explained it already before in some video that it's I'm not confused, you know, when I do yarn over, and then I know that next row, when I see yarn over, I knit it. When I don't see yarn over, I do yarn over. And for beginners, it can be like a little life hack when you do increases in every second row, for you to don't confuse yourself and don't lose your pattern. You just use yarn overs. Okay, see you in our next part. And 2, and then I count till 10. Let me take this out. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Section done. Next section, the same thing. 1 and then continue like this. If you have other quantity of stitches, like if you have 72, your section will be 9 stitches on this row, or 8, or 11, or 12. It's all depend of your yarn, your tense, how tense you need, all what I explained earlier. See you on the next row. Right, here I'm back. I put my marker, and now we do second row after increases, and we just knit all our stitches as they go. And when we come to our yarn over, we just twist it to don't have any hole, and then continue to the end of the row. See you there. Right, here we are on our third row, and since now we will repeat these 2 rows all the way, and every our section will grow on 1 stitch every second row. Like we will repeat 1 row with increases, 1 row without increases, and in every section. Then it will be third, this third row will be 11 stitches. On the same model, you do 1 and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 11, 1 and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 11. And then 1 without increases. The next row will be 12, 1 and 12, and then you will go like this, growing your little pancake, or walking in rounds. And I will see you, I think, when our sections will be around 18 stitches. Then look again, 1 and then you will see this cross stitch here will be after a couple of rows your oriental point, And you will always do your yarn over before this cross stitch, yeah, in every row, one end, and then you see here there's another one, and this will be two end, and I don't think you're able to lose anyway. But if you will lose, you can just put markers all over your work after every 10 stitches, and then you will orient yourself by markers. But I will do my rounds now, and I will see you when we have around 18, or I can't say you now, but between 18 and 20 stitches in every section, right? See you later. Right, here we came on our row. Here we have 18 stitches in every of our 8 sections. And this is how it looks. You can do your increases any way you wish, but this is how it needs to look. You see, I changed my yarn overs on the other side, and I like it more like how it looks. And now we will knit straight without any changes for 6 to 8 rows. It depends of size of your beret. I don't want a very big beret and very voluminous. Then I think I will stop on 6 rows, just straight without any increases or decreases. And then I will see you when we start our decreases. Right, here we are. We've done 6 rows. We count from our last increase here without it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can do more if you wish. I don't think it's necessary for me because mine is not very big. And now we will decrease every second row 1 stitch in every session. How we will do it? The same way. Here's my marker of the beginning of the row, and here we go. 1, 2, we do together. 1, 2, together, and then counting 3, 4, 17, 18. We came up to our first one. You see, here was our last increase after first stitch. First 2 together. Oh God, come on. Here we are. And then we continue like this till the end of the row. Then second row, just all knit stitches around, and then every second row we will decrease first and second stitch of every section, and then eventually we will need to pass to the other needles with a longer cable. We will need a 80 centimeters cable because we will start doing the magic loop. I'll show you when we come there. Then please continue counting. Every second row we will decrease and our sections will shrink back. Then we start with 18 stitches, then the next one will be 17, 16, 15, and continue like this. I'll see you when I will change my needles. Right, here I'm back with you, and this is what I have now. At the moment I have 9 stitches of every section on my needles, and now I will change to other needles because we're going inside smaller and smaller, and we can't use these needles because they are not useful for this how it looks our beginning. Don't worry about this. we will sort this part when we wash our piece. It will be all nice. That's how it looks like. This is our increases, our little border increases. Here is our little straight part, and then here is our decreases. And now we're going straight in the middle, and we diminue in every second row. This is how looks our line of decreases in every second row, first and second stitch together. And after this we will go diminue. I will now take my longer cable needles. I will put half on one needle, half on another, and I will continue with a magic loop, and I will go till I have one stitch of every section in my needles, and I'll see you there when I have 8 stitches on my needles. Ta-da! Our beret is almost ready. Then here I am. I came on this point where I have 4 stitches in both of my needles, and that can be final of your work. If you want, you just cut your yarn, put it on needle, take these stitches, pass twice probably, tied it, and hide the tail somewhere inside. You can put little pom-pom. I like that little, I don't know what you call it, little short tail on top of the beret, and I will show you how I do it. If you're familiar with I-cord, that basically we will do I-cord on the 4 stitches. Then we need to now decrease our 8 stitches in 4. Then we will do again all stitches 2 together. It's not easy, but we're finishing almost. Yeah, tied it well. 1, 2, turn, pull other side, and here as well. 2 together. If you want, you can use crochet hook, probably a little bit easier. 1 and 2. Now we have all our stitches. And we need to put all of them on the one, just on the one needle. Oh God, my brain is not working. Then we just get this, pull them together, and here we are. All 4 stitches on one needle. And then look, our yarn is on the left side, and now we start knit all our stitches 1. Usually I cord we do on 3 stitches, or sometimes I'm doing on 2 stitches, but here we'll do on 4 because we need our tail a little bit. If you have circular needle, you can or just take them on again, just on your left needle, and start all again from back. You need your stitches, 1, 2, it's a bit tight, but promise it's not for long, 3, 4, or you just can pull your needle to other side. You can use your short cables for this. I don't have time for this now. And then continue. Your tail is on your left. Tie it up first stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I will do a couple more and I will come to you to show my result. I think this is enough for me. And now I am ready to close. Let me just get my needle and my little scissors. Here I am. Take a tail, couple of inches, put it in the needle, pull your stitches. I like to pass my yarn twice. 1, 2, take a needle out, and then you basically tight it out and pull your yarn inside of your little tail. Come out. And that's what we have. Good. I just like how it looks. I think it's around 6 rounds or something. And then here we go. And just hide your tail. I like to do kind of little triangle. Couple of stitches just for, and then you can get out of somewhere in a point to hide it inside. Oh. Whoops. Go inside, get out somewhere here, and cut it and pull inside. This is done. And now just hide this one. This probably can go inside as well, this way. Just pull it inside. Done. Now you need to wash your piece by hand and dry it like this, all beautifully. And congratulations, your beret is ready. and it was very easy, and you have a nice exclusive piece made by yourself in a color you wish, and you can look nice and stylish a la Parisian style. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and leave the comment, push the like. You know what to do. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.